I love Ridin Durty radio. And it's really dope.
Ridin Durty.
Yo. Ridin, dirty, ridin, dirty, ridin, dirty, let's go! Vic XL! And just like that, once again, it's on.
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy Vic XL, and this is the World Renowned the Ridin Durty Show, the Ridin Durty Podcast, where we bridge the gap between hip hop and everyday life. We give you what's happening next, but we give it to you right now, right? The superstars of tomorrow, we're bringing them to you today before any other station, any other show, before anybody else is telling you about what's going on. The Ridin Durty Show is always providing that platform for artists, entertainers, motivators, movers, shakers, doctors, lawyers, anybody out there with a story to tell. The Ridin Durty radio show has always provided that platform. One time for WRFG 89.3 FM, our FM radio home. Also one time for Beat Break Radio FM.com, our internet radio home. And I gotta say one time for all the streaming networks where the Ridin Durty Show can be heard. Love you guys. Places like iTunes, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Spreaker, Blogtalk Radio, Podomatic, Buzz, Sprout, and man, so many, YouTube, Facebook Live, anywhere the Ridin Durty Show can be heard. Man, I gotta say one time, and thank you so very much for allowing us and welcoming us with open arms and allowing us to extend coverage and giving people a place and platform for their stories can be told. All right, you know, every episode of the Ridin Durty Show is always brought to you by the good people over at Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right. Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural cleanser. All-natural cleanser that does all kind of amazing things for your body, like slow down the aging process, like help eliminate stress, also removes mucus and toxins from your body. It also will help you lose up to 25 pounds in 10 days. Now, the thought of losing weight fascinates me, but the thought of losing weight so rapidly, so fast is even more amazing. No unnecessary diets, no weird things that you have to do. No, all you have to do is just try Dr. Juice Cleanse and follow their very simple format, and you can lose weight, start living healthier today. That's right. Dr. Juice Cleanse is an independently owned company. Matter of fact, owned by a former artist in the hip-hop game. One time, my man Young Lone, definitely, he's definitely been doing this thing forever. One time for him for creating this great company. And I'm a very proud drinker of Dr. Juice Cleanse, as well as a lot of the Ridin Durty radio show and the Ridin Durty listeners. And you too should and become a drinker and a user of Dr. Juice Cleanse by visiting drjuicecleanse.com. Everything is spelled normal. Find out the amazing things it can do for your body, and start receiving the results and rewards today by joining the movement. All right. Also, one time for our brand new sponsor, WMR Music Group. WMR Music Group is a branding, promotion, and marketing company. If you're an artist out there and you're trying to get your music and your career to the next level, WMR Music Group can definitely do that for you. Make sure you follow them on Facebook, WMR Music Group, or make sure you visit their website, WMRmedia.com. They have a 6-week program that can get you in front of DJs, interviewed, music played, whatever you're trying to do, whether it's more sales or if you're just trying to boost and increase the revenue and the reach of your brand. They can definitely do that for you and your career. So definitely one time for WMR Music Group, WMRmedia.com. Definitely doing that thing. All right, now today is Saturday, September the 8th. Man, the year's going by. I gotta say happy birthday I gotta start by saying happy birthday to Miss Pink, pop singer. Actually, a lot of people don't know, but Pink kind of started out as an R&B singer. She actually was romantically linked to former lead of Naughty by Nature, Tretch. But happy birthday to Pink. She turns 39 years old today. I really did not realize Pink had aged so gracefully right before us. I didn't know she was almost 40. Also gotta say happy birthday to Pittsburgh MC, Mr. Wiz Khalifa. He turns 31 years old today. Gotta say happy birthday to Houston legend, Mr. Slim Thugger. Turns 38 years old today. Happy birthday to legendary radio DJ and personality, Big Boy. Big Boy turns 39 years old today. Happy birthday to one of my favorite actors and directors out there, Mr. Lorenz Tate. Lorenz Tate turns 43 years old today. One time for Mr. Lorenz, one time for Old Dog. 43 years old, definitely doing his thing. He has a new deal also with Netflix. Got some great movies over on Netflix, so definitely go check him out. Also, got to say happy birthday to former presidential candidate, Mr. Bernie Sanders. He turned 77 years old today, and I didn't know Bernie was that old. Matter of fact, I was rooting for Bernie, but I was just thinking, man, Bernie is too damn old, and they're not going to let Bernie be the president of our country because he's old. 77. Happy birthday, Mr. Bernie. And also now I gotta definitely, and this is one of the most important birthdays of today. I gotta say happy birthday to my lovely daughter, Miss Chris. Happy birthday, Cello. I love you. Hopefully you're having a great day. I know you're probably at work doing your thing, but definitely happy birthday to Miss Chris Williams, aka Cello, my lovely daughter. Happy birthday to you. All right, now, real quick, let me give you a little hip-hop news, and we're going to keep this thing going because I got a great guest on the line. First, I got to say again, yesterday I basically broke the news about Mac Miller, definitely dying of apparent overdose at age 26. Again, rest in peace to Mr. Mac Miller. Man, it seems like my man Ty Dolla $ign, if you hadn't heard about it, he was right here in our city, in Atlanta. He was in Atlanta for the, I think it was for the G-Eazy concert, the G-Eazy tour. He's part of that tour. Well, my man Ty Dolla $ign was busted for marijuana and cocaine as he was en route to the show. So, Ty Dolla $ign, ATL don't play, man. And why do you have cocaine? And why are so many artists, again, why are so many artists, why y'all doing so many drugs, man? I mean, we just lost Mac Miller. Artists, please slow down. It seems like this has been all around the news for the past 24 hours, but it seems like, you know, the hidden, quiet, polite, we're not going to talk about it, we love each other beef between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj boiled over last night in New York at a fashion extravaganza. Seems like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B somehow ran into each other and sparks flew, and Cardi B definitely was trying to get at Nicki Minaj, and she got lumped up somehow. I don't think it was by Nicki. Matter of fact, it seemed like Nicki was being very passive, but Cardi B was trying to get her. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, you two are women of color. I think y'all really should put y'all differences aside, and I ain't saying y'all got to get along, but there are a lot of people who love you guys, especially a lot of kids, a lot of young girls who love you guys, and I just really think y'all should be on better behavior, especially when it comes to seeing each other, because we got a lot of little girls looking up to you girls, ladies, and it just ain't the way to go. Cardi, you're a brand new mama. Other than the fact that your husband's in and out of jail and he can't seem to keep his wee-wee in his pants, you don't need to be out here fighting, girl. Your 15 minutes, a lot of people say you ain't got but 15 minutes, and your 15 minutes is ticking. So if I was you, I would be doing shows and performing rather than out here trying to fight Nicki Minaj. But, you know, that's my opinion. Both these ladies are grown, and they're going to do what the hell they want to do. So I just, you know, wish as, you know, minority ladies, you would act a little better in public. But hey, who am I? I'm just an old guy who does a radio show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I gave y'all a little hip-hop entertainment news. I definitely let y'all know about our wonderful sponsors. Again, they are Dr. Juice Cleanse and WMR Music Group. And I definitely let you know all the people who we support who are experiencing birthdays today. But now it's time for me to do what I love doing more than anything, and it's talking to the people that are definitely moving and shaking our communities. And today is no different than any other day on the Ridin Durty show. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'd like to welcome to the show Mr. Singer, songwriter, Mr. Clayton Morgan. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right. So the first thing I got to say is welcome to the show. I've had a chance to check out your music, and I'm definitely very interested in hearing your story. But the name Clayton Morgan, when I hear that name, I don't know why, but it sounds so refreshing, and I just know I'm about to hear some good.
Okay.
So the first thing I gotta ask.
Yeah.
The first thing I gotta ask is, let the people know where Clayton Morgan is from, and when did you decide to get into the music business?
Okay, so I'm originally from Detroit, but as of right now, I'm in Dallas, Texas. I've been singing pretty much all my life, and I started out as a kid singing, and it kind of got away from me for a minute. You know, life happened, and I was trying to go into working and doing the business thing, and but you know, I did all of that. So now it's like I want to come back to my first love, which was music. So I've been back in it now probably about a year and a half.
Okay. What made you get away from your love of music? What made you kind of get away from it? I mean, you said business, but was it anything in particular? And how much did you yearn for when you kind of, you know, lost focus on it?
But it's always been something that I wanted to do. So it's like when I was young, I started off, I probably think I wrote my first song when I was like 13 or 14. And back then, it wasn't like it is now, to where, you know, independently you really could put music out. There wasn't the, you know, the avenues that independent artists have now as far as releasing your own music, that type of thing. So it was really about trying to see if you could secure a record deal back then. And it just, you know, kind of like, I just guess, you know, just time, and I just wasn't ready for it. So then I was like, okay, is this what I really want to do? You know, I kind of was like, want to do the working thing, go to college, get a degree, that type of thing. So I went and I did those things, but it was still always in the back of what it was I wanted to do. And it was always something that was kind of like tapping me on the shoulder to say, hey, this is what you need to do. You need to go back to it.
All right. You also come from a musical family, a musical background, correct?
Yes, that's correct. My dad was a singer, and a group called the Foursome is a quartet that was formed in the late 1960s out of Detroit, Michigan. And they had a few songs. You know, they performed at the Apollo Theater, and they had like mismanagement, though, so the group kind of parted ways. So that's what happened with that. But yeah, definitely that's where I get it from. The love of music is from my dad.
All right. How much as a child did you get a chance to watch your dad perform and visit the studio and just witness what was going on?
Honestly, a lot of the stuff that happened with him in the group was before I was born. So when I came along, actually, he had split off from the group. So I only hear about stuff that happened before I was born. But I know that he still used to sing. Like he would like practice and rehearse with other, like try to form groups and that type of thing. But never anything like in a studio or anything like that. They just used to, I guess, just get together and kind of see what they could do, type of thing. I mean, I remember that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, like that whole situation that I just keep hearing about what it was like when he was a part of the group. So I mean, it happened before I was here.
Okay. When it comes to influences other than your father, who are some of your musical influences?
My influences are Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston. I like Luther Vandross, Anita Baker. A lot of those singers, types of people that I grew up listening to.
Okay. At what point in your early childhood did you realize that you actually have a talent and that, you know, you might want to pursue this one day?
Well, I knew it from an early age because I can kind of get I got the response from the audience when I would sing and just from people like my teachers and stuff like that. And I guess, you know, I was like really like one of the louder singers. So I remember like one of my teachers saying that, oh yeah, we like to put him right up in the front because it keeps the other kids like on track with the song and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was like, just growing up, hearing those types of things. And then going into high school, I was in a theater program. So, I mean, we would sing and we would do like stage productions and stuff like that. And I actually even tried out for the Sister Act 2 movie when they came to Detroit and they auditioned and our group had went. And even though I didn't make it, but I was the only one in the group that they asked. Like at the time they was like, okay, can you project a little bit more? We want you to project your voice. And I didn't have that training at the time, but I was the only one that they wanted me to do something extra with. Everybody else, they was just like, okay, thank you. You know, it's unfortunate, but I mean, that was a cool experience.
Right. All right. Now you mentioned that, you know, especially some years ago, getting into the music business, especially on the independent side, it was about trying to secure a record deal, and things were a little more complicated then when it comes to putting music out. Now it's a lot easier. You know, we have all these streaming networks, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify. How have those things assisted you when it comes to getting your music out to the masses?
Oh, it's a great help. I mean, you know, as long as you got a distributor that has a lot of connections with all those different streaming services or whatever you would call it, and you know, it's good because I think that's the most important thing. Whoever is you releasing your music through can put it out in all the right places where it's available for a large amount of people to discover it.
Okay. Now, which do you prefer as an artist? Being on stage or being in the studio?
Well, right now, I would have to say the studio. Now, I'm in the process of working on a live set. I'm sure eventually I'll love them both equally. But I mean, if I'm being honest right now, it's like the studio because it's like, that's where I can create, that's where I can do stuff, and that's where, you know, I can put everything down how I want it to be. But definitely getting to the live part of the performance is something that I'm getting ready to start doing here pretty soon.
Okay. What would you like for your fans to take from you as an artist? And what I mean, like when they listen to your music, when they listen to your songs, what would you like for them to take from you?
I just want people to feel good about what they hear, because for me, that was what it was for me when I grew up listening to music. Is how it makes you feel. If it makes you feel good, if it makes, you know, it like lifts up your spirits in your day or whatever it is, you know, that's what music is for me. I like music that makes me feel good. So that's really all, just that people enjoy it and that they feel good about what it is that I do.
Okay. Now, I noticed when you mention your influences, a lot of your influence are traditional R&B artists. How do you feel about today's R&B?
I know a lot of people are saying that R&B is dead, but it's really not. I mean, they're just calling it pop music. You know, I mean, if you think about it, you know, I mean, it's a lot of artists out there that, I mean, if you listen to it, the core of it really is R&B. It's not dead. It's just now it's in mainstream. It's being considered as pop music. That's what I think.
Okay. When we think about content, and you think about being an avid songwriter, how would you like to be remembered, and how important are your lyrics and your messages in your songs?
Well, let me see. I write whatever I'm feeling at that time. I don't necessarily, like some people say, I write with a specific meaning. You know, now there are certain things, like if it's on my mind, then I might put that down on paper and then it'll go into a song. But I just like it to be what it is. You know, some people like really like to decipher lyrics and that type of thing. And I think that's okay, you know, but I like it to be what it is for me. It's, you know, it's good for me. So people may interpret it differently. I mean, that's the thing about music. So as far as like, I don't know, I'm trying to see how to answer that question. I think, I mean, if you're trying to put a message out there, it just depends on what you're trying to put out there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. And the reason I asked that question, because I follow you on social media, and I noticed that every day you're one of the most positive people I know when it comes to posting quotes and keeping people's morale and positive. What's the science behind that? And we definitely live in a society where we need more positivity and love. But you just seem to be really, really positive. So how much of that do we hear in your music?
Well, as far as the positivity goes, positivity for me is on a personal side, and what I post is because being an artist and being an independent artist, you face a lot of different hurdles. So you have to remain positive. So that's the message that I put out there. Like on Instagram, I put that kind of stuff out there because for me, it's important to me. All the stuff, all that type of stuff is stuff that I feel personally. So, and a lot of people respond to it, and I feel like, you know, I'm reaching the right people, and that message resonates with them as well. But as far as my music goes, I mean, there's nothing in my music that's not positive. You know what I'm saying? Or negative or anything like that. I think it's more of Instagram, that's more of like a personal thing as far as this is how I feel about the outlook on life.
Okay,
and I just try to share that with everybody else.
I definitely get it. So I want to dig a little deeper. Tell me a little bit about Junior.
Oh, my cat?
Yeah, tell me about Junior. I've been all over you on social media, man. I see you got this big, beautiful cat, Junior. Tell us a little bit about Junior.
Okay, Junior is Junior's my cat. Junior, I've had him this year to be 10 years. He's this very, very lovable, you know, cat, and I just want to take a picture with him and share him with everybody, you know. And I got a lot of responses from him as well from that picture.
Hey man, we're gonna make Junior a celebrity. So, do you prefer cats over dogs, and would you consider yourself an avid animal lover?
I do. I have both, actually. I have a pug too. I need to put a picture of him on Instagram. Somebody said that Junior should have his own Instagram page. So that's funny that you brought that up.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people definitely create Instagram pages for their animals, especially if they have interesting animals who are definitely part of their day-to-day life. So, hey man, let's make Junior part of what you do. If you today won a Grammy, and I'm sure that's in your future, who would be the first person you'd think in your acceptance speech?
The first person, I would think would definitely be God.
Okay.
Because God truly knows that this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. And it's something that's been in my heart and in my spirit for a long time to want to do. And just, excuse me, just my own trying to get over different hurdles and things like that through life and coming back to it. So I would definitely say, I mean, it would be God. That'd be the first person I would think, because he knows what my struggle has been and how I feel about music and what it is I truly want to do.
Okay. Mentioning struggle, what has been the hardest struggle for you as an independent artist?
I think the hardest struggle is really just trying to be, I guess, heard amongst the vast sea of other talented people. So it's, you know, trying to figure out how to rise above that to get some more, you know, shine on my own stuff. I think that's the hardest thing for anybody, really. You know, right now, that I would say that would be a struggle. You know, that's a struggle.
Okay.
Because I guess if you think about, I guess people just have different definitions of what they consider success, you know, in music. And, you know, I guess most people would look at truly being successful as, wow, you got a record playing on mainstream radio, or, you know, you're going on all these different award shows, or, you know, you just really getting noticed. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. I definitely
I
understand. Has it been hard for you to balance your recording career and your social life?
It's been hard as far as like not having a whole lot of time to do things with personal life. I just recently took some time over this past holiday, Labor Day weekend, to celebrate with some friends in Houston. We drove to Houston for a friend's birthday, so that was a nice little getaway. But mainly, I mean, because I'm still working 9 to 5. This is not, you know, it's not paying the bills yet. So I still have that. I still have a working 9 to 5, and then I'm still doing rehearsals. Like I'm with like kind of like artist development.
90 seconds.
And that right there has helped me with like what the live performance is going to look like, because, you know, when you get out there, you got to do it right. So got to have that. Got to be able to have somebody say, look, this is what we need you to do. You know, you got to go out there. You got to be able to shine. And then I had vocal lessons too, so
60
that keeps me pretty busy. So just working, and then also outside of that, working towards artist development and then vocal training. Those things keep me busy.
Okay. All right. So look, we got about 60 seconds left in this interview. I definitely want to end the interview. We're going to play your brand new record. We're going to play Taste for Love. But before we get into the record, well, tell me a little bit about the record. Who produced it and what's the concept behind it? And tell me also a little bit about the video.
Okay, so it's produced by Michael Williams with Platinum Keys Productions out of Lansing, Michigan. The song came about, we kind of talked about what kind of vibe I was looking for with the song. So he came up with
10 seconds.
Track. He sent it to me, and then I listened to it. And then from there, I wrote the lyrics. And I kind of was in like thinking of like Prince and Childish Gambino a little bit. When I heard it, it kind of was like, okay, I can kind of, that's the kind of vibe I was going with when I was thinking about vibing with the track. So that's how that came about, the track. And the video was shot by Marcus Lopez. And it was his concept to shoot the video kind of like by water and that type of thing, kind of give it somewhat, I guess, of a little bit of a throwback feel in the close-up shots. But yeah, he was the one that came up with the idea. I mean, you know, he ran it by me and asked me, is it okay if we do this or do that? Or so we kind of bumped some ideas off of each other for the video.
Okay. Now, before we get into the song, and I'm going to definitely have you introduce the song, let people know how to find you, social media, check that video out, and the website, and how to pick up that single.
Okay, so my website is claytonmorgan.com. My Twitter is Clay Morgan Music. My Instagram is Clayton Morgan Music. Facebook is Clayton Morgan Music. And then also you can find the single on any major retailer, streaming or downloading. Streaming, Apple Music, Tidal. You could download it buy it at iTunes. You could buy it on Amazon or Google Music.
All right, and do me one big favor, Mr. Morgan, before we let you go and introduce the record to the world.
All right, so this is my new single. It's called Taste for Love.
All right, right here on the Ridin Durty Show, my man Clayton Morgan. Sir, we thank you so very much.
All right, thanks for having me.
Clayton Morgan, representing that D-Town, that Dallas. Y'all make sure y'all visit him at ClaytonMorgan.com. Y'all do me a favor, definitely follow the Ridin Durty Show on Instagram and Twitter at Ridin Durty Radio. Make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, Ridin Durty TV, and make sure you visit everything Ridin Durty at RidinDurtyRadio.com. Definitely doing that thing. They got a little tight game going on in South Carolina. Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show, the Ridin Durty Podcast. Again, make sure you visit your favorite streaming network to check us out. We're about to get up out of here, y'all. Taste for love. That right.